If you've ever felt like you can't trust yourself to follow through, make the right call, or stick to a plan for more than a week, I see you. Being a handmade business owner is already a brave thing in and of itself. You're choosing to bet on your creativity, your voice, and your dreams. That takes guts. But let's be real, when self trust is low, even the simplest decisions can feel like standing at the edge of a cliff with no safety net. So, today we're going to rebuild that safety net from scratch. This is your no fluff guide to starting fresh. I'll walk you through what self trust actually is, why it gets so tangled for handmade solopreneurs like you, and a simple 3-part process to start rebuilding it using journaling, Reiki, and practical steps you can take today. And you'll want to stick around to the end because I've got a gentle but powerful next step that will help you lock in this momentum. Sound good? Let's go. If you've ever asked yourself, why do I keep second guessing everything? You're not alone. Here's the thing, most planning systems, productivity advice, and even business coaching out there are designed for a different kind of entrepreneur, one with a team, a budget, a perfectly regulated nervous system, maybe even a clone that handles laundry and dishes. Handmade business owners like us, we wear all the hats: marketing director, customer service rep, designer, social media manager, and oh, yeah, human being with emotions, cycles, and limitations. So, when you're not following through perfectly or your goals feel foggy, it's not because you're lazy or flaky. It's because you haven't been taught how to build a system that actually supports your energy. That's where self trust starts. So, let's bust a myth right now. Self trust doesn't mean always knowing the right answer. It means knowing you'll have your own back no matter what happens. It's not about always following through perfectly. It's about learning to listen to your intuition and course correct gently when things go off the rails. Self trust is built in the tiny moments. When you make a small promise to yourself and then you keep it. When you notice a thought like, I'll never get this right, and instead of spiraling, you pause, breathe, and choose a kinder thought. Let me show you how to get started. Part 1. Reconnect with your inner voice through journaling. Journaling isn't just for venting, it's a tool to hear yourself again. Start with a 5-minute free write using this prompt. If I fully trusted myself today, I would, and let it flow. Don't overthink, don't censor, just write what comes up. This simple practice helps you bypass all the noise: social media, comparison, fear, and reconnect with the real you. Over time, this builds a muscle. You'll get better at hearing your own intuition and filtering out the static. And if you're wondering whether journaling can actually make a difference, let's talk about the science for a second. Journaling has been shown in psychological studies to improve emotional regulation, increase clarity, and reduce stress. One foundational study by Dr. James Pennebaker found that expressive writing helps individuals process difficult emotions, leading to measurable improvements in physical and mental health. When it comes to self trust, this makes sense. By regularly writing down your thoughts, fears, desires, and observations, you create space between you and your inner critic. You start seeing patterns. You start identifying what's truly yours and what beliefs you've inherited from others. Over time, this builds the kind of internal clarity that helps you trust your own voice more deeply. So, yes, this practice is backed by more than good vibes. There's real data here, and you get to be your own evidence too. Self trust lives in the body, not just the brain. That's why Reiki is so powerful. Reiki is a form of energy healing that helps you come back into balance. And when you're in balance, it's so much easier to take aligned action. If you're new to Reiki, You don't need to know all the science or metaphysics to benefit. Just think of it as a warm, glowing light that soothes your nervous system and reconnects you to your center. But if you love to geek out over the science like me, you'll be thrilled to learn there's some fascinating science and history behind it. Reiki originated in Japan in the 1920s with Usui Mikao and has since been studied for its calming effects on the body and mind. While more research is always helpful, current studies suggest that Reiki may reduce stress, improve heart rate variability, and promote overall well being by stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system. In simpler terms, it helps your body switch out of the stress mode and into a calmer, more healing state. This is why even a 5-minute Reiki session can help reset your system and reconnect you to your own wisdom. In the Balance and Thrive Starter Kit, there's a 5-minute Reiki session called Overwhelm to Clarity. This is a perfect tool for moments when you're spiraling in self doubt. You don't have to do anything, just press play and let your system recalibrate. Self trust is built, not found. So here's how to start small. 1. Choose one tiny little thing you can follow through on today. Maybe it's checking in with your planner, drinking a glass of water, taking a breath before checking your email. Number 2, just do it. And 3, celebrate it. Literally say out loud, I kept a promise to myself today. And then repeat it. This is the foundation. Now, I know it can be difficult to resist the temptation to go big. So, next time you find yourself building a project up, I want you to do something for me. First, evaluate how you're feeling. If you're ready for action, great. You have my blessing to charge ahead. But if you're feeling your energy drop at the mere thought of taking action, or you notice those second guessing questions rear their ugly head, ask yourself one thing. What is the smallest possible action I can take right now to move forward on this project? Give yourself permission to take that small step and then reevaluate. Chances are you'll feel some momentum build, but if not, you can check back in to decide if you need to pivot or simply take another small step forward. But if you're still wondering whether those tiny steps really matter, let me reassure you, they absolutely do. There's science to back this up. Research in behavioral psychology shows that starting small creates what's known as success momentum. When you achieve a small goal, your brain releases dopamine, the feel good neurotransmitter associated with motivation and reward. This chemical boost makes you more likely to continue taking action. It's a snowball effect. One small win leads to another, and over time, your confidence and capacity grow. Psychologist BJ Fogg, who founded the Behavior Design Lab at Stanford, emphasizes the power of tiny habits to create lasting behavior change. His research shows that when we shrink our goals down to something so small, it's almost too easy. We're far more likely to follow through. And crucially, we start seeing ourselves as someone who can follow through. That identity shift is the real magic. So, yes, every small promise you keep to yourself isn't just a task completed, it's a neural pathway strengthened, a new narrative written, a vote for the version of you that trusts themselves again. Now, let's say you're prepping for a new product drop. You're excited, but also anxious. You keep second guessing your product descriptions. You've rewritten your launch emails 5 times already. You're starting to feel stuck. Here's how you could apply this framework. First, you'll journal. Use the prompt, if I fully trusted myself today, I would, and just let yourself go. Next is Reiki. Play the 5-minute overwhelm to clarity session. Then decide to take one small step. That's it. And then you celebrate that tiny win. That's how momentum builds. So if you've been stuck in self doubt and second guessing, The way forward isn't more productivity hacks, it's more self trust. And you build that self trust by tuning into your inner voice by journaling, regulating your nervous system with Reiki, and keeping tiny, compassionate promises to yourself. The Balance and Thrive Starter Kit was designed to help you do exactly this. You'll find journal prompts, a wheel of life assessment to reconnect with what matters, and Reiki sessions to support your energy. But we are just getting started. In the next video, we're diving into one of the biggest myths out there that more research is the answer when you're stuck. So, if you've ever used just one more YouTube video or one more freebie as a way to delay taking action, you'll definitely want to stick around. Until then, take one tiny promise, keep it, and notice how it feels. Just know you're rebuilding something powerful, and I'm so excited for you.